If you're looking for a fun way to honor or support somebody in advance of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, why not make a motivational wrap bracelet from an old t-shirt or jersey knit material? I have got some PK knit here that is kind of this bumpy side on one side and then it's softer on the other. It's just the way that the cotton's woven. This is fabric you can buy at Joann's or Hobby Lobby. It's called PK knit. You can also just cut up an old t-shirt. I've already cut off the armpits and the collar, and now I can use this whole strip of fabric. The one thing to watch out for with these, if you want a continuous strip, is you want something without a side seam. Usually the Gildan has t-shirts without side seams, and then you would get one long strip of fabric that you can use for your wrap bracelet. But today I want to work with the PK knit because I like the structure and I like the colors. I have some pink and I also have some really neon green, which, you know, harkens back to the 80s. So we'll do an 80s style bracelet. What you'll also need for this after cutting this, so you're going to want to cut any of your strips, regardless of the type of jersey knit, into 1/2 inch strips. And you want about 36 inches of that. Typically I use the width of fabric. So whatever the fabric is, I'll just cut one long strip and then trim it down according to how thick I want the wrap to be. I'll show you some of those wraps in a minute, but I want 1/2 inch strips of whatever jersey knit material I'm using. And then I want letter beads. Basic letter beads. I got these from Amazon. The full tutorial is available on my blog, Create to Donate. This is going to say fighter for somebody who is currently battling cancer. But what you want to make sure when you're buying any beads, especially when working with wrap bracelets and jersey knit, is that you're getting the large diameter holes. The square beads seem to come with those rounder beads that we're all accustomed to from years and years ago, or even currently today. Those holes are a little too small and they're really difficult to string. Another good thing about this kind of project is it's great for little hands, or even hands that are having a harder time gripping materials but still want to do craft work, because it's thicker and it's easier to handle. You're not worried about fine motor skills of like trying to take the little thing and put it in the little hole. What you want to do with your fabric once you've cut it is you just start pulling, because now we're going to create, in essence, our cord, right? Our stringing cord, and create the longer string of the ability to create a wrap bracelet out of this. When you're pulling this, you want to pull it taut, but not too tight. Sometimes your scissors or your rotary cutters are awesome, by the way. Sometimes your rotary cutter can catch a little bit of the edge, and if you pull too tightly, it can tear a little bit. Once it's wrapped, it's not a big deal. But I'm going to pull this tight. It's kind of meditative. It's kind of fun. You get to see it curl up. And as you can see, it just curls up into this little ball like it does. And I'm going to pull and pull and pull and pull and pull and keep pulling. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take the end and I want to twist it, right? Like you would sort of any thread that you might want to get into a smaller hole that it's not accustomed to, and give it a little bit of a point. I want to spell my word out. So I'm going to take this and put it in order, so that I make sure the letters are right side up and that my word is spelled correctly. The beauty of this is you could restring it if need be. And then I'm going to take my bead and I am going to string it. See, I got to take this and twist it just a little bit more so it's pointy. And then I am going to put it right through the hole. And then now that I've strung all my beads, you can see it spells fighter, and then I'm just going to push it down a little bit. Again, all you have to do is make sure it's down your little cord a little bit, and then when you tie it, you can move it around however you'd like. So now I want to take both ends of my cord, and I'm going to tie an overhand knot, right? And I've got plenty of space, so I can tie it easily. I don't have to worry about the ends. And then I pull it through, right? And then I'm going to pull it down so I'm still not wasting any in case I need it. And I pull it tight. And then I'm going to trim off the ends to make sure they're clean, because I want them to look nice and not be too long. I've got my nice clean ends. And then literally all you do is wrap it around your wrist, right? And then I can rearrange the words however I want, place them however I want. And I've got this really fun See, upside down, like I said. So now I'm just gonna take it off my wrist, put it back on the other way, and then I mess around with it to make it look nice. I can make it a little bit tighter if I want, I can make it loose. But the beauty of this, as you can see, is that it's really soft on my wrist. There's nothing that's going to strain against my skin or make it too tight if I'm feeling swollen, especially as somebody who's battling cancer. But I have something that can easily go in the shower or get wet, that isn't going to rub against my skin, that adds a pop of color to my day, and also has a nice motivational word that will remind me that somebody's thinking of me and that I am capable, that is, of battling whichever form of cancer I'm going through. But obviously for October and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, that's what we're thinking about. If you need more information, you can find me at createtodonate.org. There are a lot of different tutorials because that's where doing good meets DIY. If there's something else you'd like to see or a different tutorial you'd like me to focus on, please let me know in the comments. I am always looking for suggestions.